I got very, very interested on this particular topic, on, like maybe having some kind of being a gifted kid, and, like going extremely fast in your early career, and then you hit in grad school, which I've seen happening with some friends that when I was in grad school, and things just start like completely falling apart. And I was very, very interested and very curious to hear, like not only a little more about that part of your story, because people think that, like, oh, a gifted kid, everything's gonna be so easy, you're gonna be so fine when things come to your work, but that's not necessarily the case. So how about we get started about you telling us a little bit about how you started your career, how you ended up at CMU doing your PhD, and what your kind of like your struggles.
Okay, that's a broad topic. So, yeah, well, I grew up in Great Neck, just outside New York City, Long Island, and I was accelerated in school from a pretty early age. I wish I could tell you exactly why. I don't really remember a lot. To be, I always have a running joke with my wife that like I don't remember my childhood. I don't remember. I remember. I mean, I remember things, of course, but I don't remember. I remember like the technical reason for why I moved ahead at various points. Like the formal reason, like that I had run out of topics in math to study or something like this, and so I needed to go to the next grade. But it doesn't quite explain it, and so I can't tell you. And my parents, my mother died 10 years ago. My father just died this year, so I unfortunately I can't even ask them anymore about this. Yeah, it was interesting. I was accelerated several years throughout my sort of primary and secondary education. So I was always kind of younger than everyone else. I didn't have a lot of. I had friends, but not like in the way that most people seem to have friends. I mean, I hung out with people, but not. I didn't. I kind of did my own thing, and I had a lot of extracurricular activities, which had nothing to do with science. I mean, or math. They were. I was very into the arts and singing and dancing, and that was where I would say my heart was. I was interested intellectually in math, less so in computer science, but still I found it interesting. But I would say I was more passionate about music and movies and stuff like that.